As leaders, when we go through stressful periods of time in our businesses and organizations, we often find ourselves making trade-offs or dealing with the rippling effects of other people, businesses, and organizations that are making trade-offs. So there are no easy answers to this. During a crisis, we are making trade-offs that must be made quicker than at any other point in our careers and lives, also with less information available to us than ever before. During a crisis, business owners and leaders have to weigh potential costs, economic, medical, psychological, of opening against the potential costs of staying closed and or offering alternative service styles. And now we as leaders are grappling with how to stay open and maintain with future uncertainty looming ahead. So just because there are no easy answers does not mean that decisions don't have to be made. So when leaders assume they have an answer, they tend to approach change as we would a political campaign, heavy on the slogans, the participatory targets, and a goal of getting our teams to buy in, rather than participating in a dialogue that discusses the potential implications of the looming trade-off. Most of the time, leaders speak and don't listen. And we also make the mistake of assuming, because we don't get feedback, that we reflect agreement and acceptance. Don't rush. Leaders should remember to go slow in order to go fast. There is always a rush at the beginning of a project to get things done quickly, and when plans are not validated and crucial conversations are ignored, it can backfire. Your team needs to lay the foundation properly to execute. When change is looming, leaders not only need to initiate the conversations, but also continue the conversations. It's important to ask the challenging questions, the ones that may be risky, and invite your team to talk safety about the difficult issues. In a crisis situation, this reverses, and you have to move fast as a leader. If you have a proper foundation within your organization and a crisis plan, as we discussed in my previous class, crisis communications, you will be able to make these decisions quickly, and your team will have confidence in your decisions as they will be aware and will have been trained on the plan of action that you are following. Engage with the other side. Opposing views on any trade-off will have their own important messages that need to be heard and considered. This group that needs to be heard is generally the group that has the most to lose in a trade-off situation. It is important to remember that they aren't sitting around waiting for the opportunity to sabotage change, but are often speaking up out of a sense of responsibility, accountability, realism, or integrity. As you move into activity 1.2, you'll look at how trade-offs affect your leadership, and reading 1.2, COVID-19 and other crises, experience sharing, and making trade-offs. I will see you back here for video 1.3, identifying and empowering your decision makers.